At least 12 hours before starting the gilding process, I put the rabbit skin glue to rise. I need water and rabbit skin glue in a 1:10 proportion. We can repeat this operation for several times from the start, each time putting back the red ochre pigment and passing over with finer sandpaper, for example using sandpaper number 1000. I aspire 1 part of hot glue with a syringe, then add 2 parts of water and I put it on the coffee plate. Let's try not to produce spots and overlaps, because they will cause problems in the burnishing phase. Third option. I polish the clay ball surface with sandpaper number 1000 with light movement, being very careful not to remove the underlying ball. When the sandpaper is saturated, I use a new piece of paper. There is also a second technique to release the gold leaf on the pillow. It consists in letting the leaf sliding away directly on the pillow. I believe this is a bit more complex than the previous way I have shown. If there are parts where the ball is still visible, they have to be immediately covered before the burnishing process. This is the most serious mistake of gilding. By definition, it is not possible to get rid of the opacity by overlapping new leaves. In fact, opacity would remain there. It is necessary to remove the drops with sandpaper number 1000. I start the burnishing on an area of the Armenian Bole that I had previously prepared with a cloth taken from disused bed sheets. The preparation of the surface is shown in the box. It is clearly visible how important it is to apply more pressure on the agate in order to burnish the 2 overlapped leaves. This method could become very tiring for the hand of a woman, as it requires strength on the agate stone. I want my surface to be wetter only where there are grooves and holes that show the red of the underlying clay ball. I dry my brush very carefully before using the colletta. If some imperfections are visible, like in this case, we have to lay another gold leaf. The job becomes more demanding because, in this phase, we are looking for a mirror-like execution. After half an hour, I start burnishing the third leaf, trying to be very careful and being very quick in warming up the underlying layers. If I find resistance, I immediately have to lighten the pressure. During the burnishing of the fourth leaf, we aim for a phase which will give a mirror-like effect to the surface. I try to have the color penetrating inside the groove produced by the engraving. This operation allows me to make very clean and precise lines. Let's compare the burnishing from left to right. The second gold leaf, the third, and the fourth. It is clearly visible what better light we can obtain.